CA Rachna Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very, very interesting podcast. Today we have with us a chartered accountant, a Puneri girl, a Bollywood lover. Do you think that I'm talking about myself? I am not. I'm not. Okay. She's an entrepreneur. She is a shark, and she is one of the topmost people in MCure Pharma. Please give it up for Namita Thapar. I should say CA Namita Thapar.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Rachna. And we just discovered this morning we have one more thing in common.
Yeah,
Our sons share the same birthday.
absolutely.
And our crazy sense of humor. So I think we have a lot in common.
There is so much in common, but I need
Yeah.
to explore what else is in common.
Sure,
and for that,
sure.
I think instead of starting with boring questions and this that, let's start with something which is the most fun part.
Which is what?
Rapid fire.
Oh, wow. I love rapid fire. Straight from the heart.
Perfect.
Shoot.
Salu?
Shoot.
Okay. Early bird or night owl? Which time of the day unleashes your best business instincts?
Oh my God, definitely early bird.
Okay.
Painfully so to where on vacations my husband's really upset at me.
Perfect. Phone calls or WhatsApp? Preferred way of communication.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp?
Yeah,
Okay.
not a phone person.
So next time I don't get your WhatsApp in time, I'm going to say, this is what you
You're
said on-
ignoring me.
You're scene zoned me, huh? Okay. So you're judging a pitch.
Yeah.
First impression, what impresses you? Is it the pitch deck? Or is it the business entrepreneur's passion? Or the looks of the business person?
Oh my God. Definitely the humility.
Okay.
So none of the above is the humility. I think
Wow.
the biggest thing
Wow.
that I look for in an entrepreneur
Mhm.
is humility, because then you know कि उनके साथ काम करने में मजा आएगा.
Amazing, amazing. If you were to invest in any historical invention, what would that be?
Historical invention,
Yeah.
like something that's gone crazy and made
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oof, definitely social media.
Aha, nice.
That's what
nice.
we are working on today. Look at the
Absolutely.
power of social
Kya
media.
baat hai. Coffee or chai? What fuels your business
Oof,
decision?
chai, वो भी
Chai.
अदरक वाली. And the
Ah.
chai you gave me today was outstanding. You get an 11 on 10 for it.
Nice. Thank you for that. Now coming to Bollywood, it has to be Bollywood. What Bollywood movie best captures the essence of the entrepreneurial journey of any person and why?
Guru.
Kya baat?
I love that movie because the way Abhishek says that मुझे ना सुनाई नहीं देता है. He does not take no for an
क्या बात
answer,
है?
and that persistence, वो जो एक resilience होता है, grit,
Nice.
मुझे ना सुनाई नहीं देता है.
क्या
That
बात है?
dialogue, I
Out of
love
the
that
world.
movie Guru.
Nice. I love the songs.
Which
in that
one do you
movie as
like,
well.
by the way?
For me, the entrepreneurial journey was English to English.
Oh,
And in that,
really?
yeah, in that, if you remember, there's a scene where Sridevi tells to her teacher
Huh.
that I have a very small business. I make laddus, and
so
that's
cute.
where her teacher says, "So you are an entrepreneur."
You know, I never even thought of that scene till today.
Ah, that's an
But that's a
amazing
really
scene.
good
And the
one.
way she has reacted, entrepreneur. She has a very nice sari that she's wearing.
Yeah.
And in that, I think it is shown very nicely that if the family members support the entrepreneurial spirit of women, I
Yeah.
think they can, take it up leaps and bounds.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
That's really I mean, I would never have guessed that as an entrepreneurial movie, but I see it now.
You can see that. All right. Last question.
Sure.
Imagine you're pitching a business idea to a jury of Bollywood actors.
Oof.
What would your opening line be?
I can make you look younger. To definitely get them to pay a lot of attention to me.
Okay, so in fact, I would want to know a little bit about your childhood.
Yeah.
Because I have seen a lot of memes floating around, which says for Namita, it's like Papa ki pari.
Nepo kid.
Ah,
Don't forget Nepo
Yes,
kid. I'm
yes.
the, क्या बोलते हैं, चलती फिरती मिसाल of nepotism.
I mean, she's wearing her memes so gracefully, I should say that.
You know, I have a great sense of humor. So, वो बोलते हैं ना, वो जिसका कोई नाम है वही तो बदनाम है. So my guru Amitabh.
क्या बात
तो
है?
वैसे
क्या
ठीक
बात
है यार, you have to have fun with it.
With Amitabh, you can also share one more insight about your kids' names.
Oh yeah, my sons are named Veer and Jay after Sholay. So I look pretty. I'm not the typical chartered accountant. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
Yeah.
I'm quite crazy.
Absolutely. So, talking about your childhood, did you want to become a businessman right from the beginning? I mean, did you have that, अब ऐसे बोलते हैं that Gujjus and Marwadis में business runs in their blood. So was it similar for you?
I don't think it's just Gujju Marwari, it's what you grow up watching,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
like in whichever family, and now
Yeah.
it's changing. You see the Shark Tank
Yeah.
founders, I've seen
Yeah.
over 600 pictures.
Wow.
You see the kind of pictures who are coming, they're from chote gaon and all over the country,
True.
which is so nice.
Yeah.
But it's what a child grows up watching. So
Yeah.
I saw my father struggling a lot as a first-gen entrepreneur.
Okay.
Creditors would call him and he would say, "Main ghar pe nahi hu," and I never got it. So I would ask him, "Kya hua? Why are you lying?"
Mm.
You know, because for me, lying was a very big thing. And he said, "Nahi, nahi, beta, tomorrow morning, I'm going to deposit the check in the bank at 9 a.m. and then I will call the creditor because paise nahi hai." So
Oh.
I have seen him struggle. For every rupee, for my mother to save like on small things for our school. I remember we used to go to Ahmedabad, 12-hour road journey, wo ambassador gaadi hoti thi.
Yeah.
And we used to pack as many of us as possible. And I would be sitting at the foot.
Oh,
वो
really?
ज़मीन पे बैठती थी मैं ऐसे 12 घंटे. So that is a childhood we've had. And I've seen him struggling. And so I have a lot of respect and a lot of empathy for all the founders who come because I know what a rough journey it is.
Absolutely.
So me and my brother, as a family, we got a certain base. And then, of course, we have helped him scale it.
Yeah.
But to go from 0 to 1, the
Yeah.
kind of struggles my father's been through, I saw that at home. And so anyway, coming back to your question, I don't think it's so much Gujju Marwadi anymore. It's about what you see at home.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing entrepreneurs come from every part of the country.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot more young entrepreneurs coming up in India.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll also share a small
Sure,
story,
sure.
right? When I told my son that we are going to have a podcast together,
Yeah.
he said, "Acha, Namita Thapar from Shark Tank India."
We should have got him today.
He's in school. He would have loved to bunk his school. I didn't allow him. So the next question he asked me was
Yeah.
that, are you pitching our business idea to her?
What is his business idea?
No, our business idea. So my
Oh,
thing,
your venture.
so he has
I thought
already-
him and you are
No,
doing
no.
something on the side.
he has already considered himself as one of the partners.
Oh
in
my God, in your business.
Yeah.
That is.
So, yeah, exactly.
But you know, he's son to two very bright chartered accountants. So he's got some powerful genes there of a power couple.
Mhm.
So don't be surprised.
So I mean that's what is right, because when we say Gujjus and Marwadis blood mein business run
Right,
karta hai,
right.
versus the exposure that you mentioned
Yeah,
right now, he's
yeah.
getting the exposure which I
Absolutely.
never got when I was a
Absolutely.
child, right?
Absolutely.
And coming to that, I heard that you are also having some school for children about the
Yeah, so
entrepreneurial
I've been
skills?
running an academy for the last 7 years.
Okay.
And basically, way before Shark Tank, we used to train kids in terms of help them come up with an idea, write a business plan. Then we would have a
Okay.
Shark Tank style panel of judges
Oh,
who were from
wow.
the investor community who would
Mhm.
watch the kids pitch.
Mm.
They would get 3 minutes to pitch.
Okay.
We had a trade show where they had to sell and make sales. So we made it real
Okay.
for them because
Okay.
I genuinely think that the entrepreneurial mindset,
Mhm.
you have to start very early.
Yeah.
From the time they're 11, 12,
Mhm.
you have to put that seed in their mind.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it teaches you about dealing with failure. It teaches
Mm.
you about thinking out of the box. It
Yeah.
teaches you about communicating effectively.
Yeah.
So I've been running this for 7 years now, which is why
Amazing.
your son, he's what, 12?
He's 10. So
He's
next year,
10?
next year he's going to come to your
Yeah,
school.
so you know they are so bright now,
Nice.
Rachna, and they just fill me with a lot of joy and optimism
Super.
whenever I meet these bright young kids.
Kya
So I would love to see him soon.
100%, 100%. But again, like you talked about giving pitches like Shark Tank,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm sure that there might be a lot of pitches where you are not really sure whether you're going to invest or not, because I think we did discuss about this, that when the door opens in Shark Tank, that's the first time, right,
yeah,
that
yeah,
you get
yeah.
to see them. Because those who don't get an access to behind the scenes or something like that, many people feel that, yaar, ye to rehearsed hoga shayad. They might have gotten a chance to talk to the entrepreneurs for long hours. Or is it like the first time that you get to see them?
See, Rachna, you know me by now. We
Yeah.
met a couple of times. Do you think I would do a show that was scripted? There's
No.
nothing scripted about
No,
me.
no.
So, the very first time we hear anything is when those doors open and they come in.
Yeah.
And that's when we have to make a decision.
Exactly.
And has there been a pitch where I've changed my mind and been happy? Yes.
Okay.
In fact, it's my first exit or rather the first exit of any shark in India.
Amazing.
There was a company called Rare Planet.
Mhm.
This guy from Calcutta came, Rano,
Mhm.
and he used to work with karigars to make kullards. And everybody
Oh.
said कि यार ये कारीगर वाली company है, 4 store है airports पे.
हाँ.
He was very small at that time.
Okay.
ये तो CSR है,
Uh-huh.
sustainability
Yeah,
buzzword.
yeah.
इसमें पैसे नहीं बनेंगे.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I went in as a solo investor. So initially even I felt कि यार इसमें तो पैसे नहीं बनेंगे.
Hmm.
Because you tend to be a little skeptical about these kind of
True.
little NGO type
True.
कारीगर, CSR,
Yeah.
वैसे एक feel आता है.
हाँ.
But I was really touched by the passion and humility that Rano had.
Hmm.
So I said, चलो bet लेते हैं.
Okay.
And listen to this. He's gone from 4 stores
Uh-huh.
at airports
Uh-huh.
to 50 stores. Data point 1. Number 2, 5x revenue.
Really?
Number 3, he's expanded. So he's saying, chalo, mere paas already airport connects hai.
Hmm.
So in addition to Rare Planet, which has artisan stuff like jewelry and kullad and
Hmm.
bags and all of that,
Yeah.
he started 2M, which is a convenience store.
Yeah.
He started Sitara, which is a women's accessory brand.
Okay.
He started Liquid, which is a perfume brand. So he has done this horizontal expansion.
Wow.
And within a year and a half, he got 5x valuation.
Mhm.
And he gave me a secondary exit for a partial amount
Okay.
at 3.5x. And
Not
the
bad.
reason it's just a tiny amount is because I know he's going to become really big.
Yeah.
And I want to continue being a part of that journey.
क्या बात है. So I
Yeah.
think, is this the true meaning of I am out as an exit?
Partially out.
Partially.
But that's true. That could be a good
Yeah.
way to say that, showing exits is important, Rachna, because,
Exactly.
people at some point started saying कि ये show तो सिर्फ education या entertainment के लिए है.
Hmm.
And see, at the end of the day, it is a business show.
Absolutely.
We are putting real money.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
Exactly.
not fake money. I'm
Yeah.
actually putting my real personal money
True. True.
in these ventures. So at some point, a few businesses we do because we want to support the entrepreneur, like a Pabi Ben.
Exactly.
I know probably it'll never scale enough to give me an exit.
Hmm.
But she's a lovely story and a lovely example to give to the country.
Exactly.
But the others, we definitely want to make money.
True,
not
true.
everything can be just for giving a
CSR
story.
kind of a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But I mean, the point that I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
I am out.
Yeah.
Now it has become an equation. Namita Thapar is equal to I am out. What's your take on that?
Rachna, that's a great question because I'm Out has totally gone viral in season 3. But you know what? I'm not apologetic about it.
Hmm.
When I look at your videos and the guidance you give to investors,
Hmm.
you tell them that, hey, be selective. Invest in 10 to 15 companies and not 100.
True.
Because then you will not have time to read their balance sheets and, sort of be in touch with those quarterly updates, right?
Yeah,
It's the same
yeah.
thing for me as a shark. In season 1, I've invested in 18 companies. In season 2, 16 have completed due diligence so far.
Okay.
And that's already 34 companies.
Yeah.
And like you see on my Insta page, I meet them a lot. I want to give it depth.
True.
My mantra is less is more, right?
Wow.
And so quality over quantity any day, I'm out. I'm very respectful and kind while giving the feedback, and I hope the feedback helps them. But yes, I am selective and I'm out a lot, unapologetically so.
Amit, I should tell you, I loved that point, which is quality over quantity, and that's what it is, right? I mean, be it stocks, be it startup investing, finally, it's our hard-earned money that we are putting in.
Absolutely.
So it has to be quality over quantity. Perfect.
Thank you.
But now talking about quantity only, not quality. You have seen a lot of pitches till date, right? The quantity of men presenting the pitches versus quantity of women presenting the pitches. Is it the same, or do you see some gender bias out there?
So there are a lot more women coming in. So,
Okay.
workforce participation in our country, the
Mhm.
statistics are terrible, right?
Yeah.
It's under 20% women participation, though we are over 50% of the population.
Mhm.
But at the tank, that number is much higher. So
Okay.
we see a lot where it's solo women founder or
Mhm.
a woman co-founder.
Okay.
And it's not like they've just come along.
Yeah.
They are doing a lot of the talking. They have the numbers on top of their head. They're very
Amazing.
hands-on
Mhm.
because we grill them.
Yeah.
And you see just 10 minutes, but we've
Hmm.
spent an hour and a half grilling them.
Wow.
So we can tell, कळतं आम्हाला ते की
Ah.
असंच म्हणजे थापा मारतायत की त्यांना खरंच सगळं माहित आहे. So we know that, right?
Okay.
So they're pretty good and they're kicking some ass.
Amazing, amazing. सॉरी मला आता इथे एक पीजे सुचला होता ती थापा म्हणली आणि नमिता थापा
अरे हे पीजे नव्हे, हे माझ्या लाईफची काय म्हणतो रियालिटी आहे.
नाईस नाईस
थप्पड, it's all
all
good. I think that's how you learn to have fun with your life and with your
Yeah,
memes
yeah,
and with your name and with everything. Good thing you didn't call me Basanti Thappad.
नाही 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 For me, run a day, someone told me a very witty statement.
Huh.
Run a day, you should run a day.
Oh my God.
I said, okay, I know I'm fat, but okay.
Hey, don't body shame yourself. You're
sorry, okay.
gorgeous.
Thank you. Okay. Right. So now again coming back to that same question, right? What do you feel makes that difference? Because we always have been saying that the workforce participation is less, agreed.
Yeah, yeah.
But then how are these women who are coming on the tank? What is the difference? What is that quality which is bringing in more confidence in them as compared to other women entrepreneurs?
I think women now are seeing a lot more role models. Okay, a
Mm.
lot more women are in business, so
Yeah.
they feel मैं भी कर सकती हूँ.
Mhm.
Secondly, it all comes down to a supportive family, whether it's your
100%.
parents, your
100%.
spouse, your in-laws, your kids,
Mhm.
everybody. It's an ecosystem that has to be proud of you and
Yeah.
not make you feel guilty. Because, you know, women really suffer from this disease of guilt.
Yeah.
You don't need to give them more guilt, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of everything. They're basically more driven.
Mm.
They're seeing more role models.
Yeah.
Their families are more supportive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunity.
True.
So I think it's just going to keep getting better. I'm an optimist. I think it's going to
Amazing.
keep getting better with every year.
Perfect. You know, this budget, we came across a very nice term, Gyan.
Huh.
These are the 4 pillars of our economy, is what our Prime Minister also mentioned in one of his speeches. G stands for Garib,
Huh.
Y stands for Youth, A stands for Annadata, and N stands for Nari.
Oof.
Okay, too much, right?
Too much.
But we did talk about Nari point, and now I think the youngsters who would be the next pitchers
Yeah.
in Shark Tank, if you were to groom them, I'm like we discussed, right? In your academy also you groom them to become entrepreneurs, but that is at your level.
Yeah.
Do you think that something should be included at the school curriculum level itself, so that, you know?
200%. In
Yeah.
fact, I've been working with the government trying to bring this in the school curriculum.
Mhm.
And it's very important to teach them to look at failure positively. If there's
Wow.
one thing I teach
Mm.
in my academy, and if there's one thing I want to teach youngsters, is failure is still looked at as a taboo. You know, and the day you look at failure as something positive,
Yeah.
as something where you learn, you grow, you become better, your entire perspective changes and you become a real entrepreneur, because you
Wow.
know the life
Yeah,
of an entrepreneur.
yeah.
I mean, you're an entrepreneur, you have, we were talking,
Yeah.
and you have seen so many difficulties, so many
Absolutely.
failures, but aap dati rahi. Right?
100%.
Rachana is like, I'm
Yeah.
going to crack this. Right?
True,
Even
true.
now, you were
Yeah.
telling me about a lot of things and
Yeah.
a lot of crap that's written, but
True.
you stay positive and you're like, I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
So I think that ability to deal with setbacks, failures, and to stay positive and to look at them positively
Mm.
is what really makes an entrepreneur and
Amazing.
helps them stick to their journey
Super.
for the long term and make a success of it. So that is the one thing I would like to change in the kids of today.
Superb. Superb. We did talk about women, we did talk about kids. Now let's talk about a career which is very close to our hearts, and that is the career of a chartered accountant.
Yeah.
But neither you nor me, we are not doing anything related to the proper, you know, hardcore CA thing. None of us have even practiced being a chartered accountant. But many people ask this question to me that, okay, you do nothing about chartered accountancy, you are a content creator. So did your CA degree really help you or not? That is a question that I get to hear a lot. What do you feel in your entrepreneurial journey? Or you see, you are heading a pharma company.
Right.
Does being a CA really help you?
You know, firstly, I'm extremely proud of being a chartered accountant.
Mhm.
And I think it's a phenomenal degree.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I cleared everything in the first attempt at the age of 21. So I
One more-
worked very hard.
One more commonality.
Another thing in common. So I think I have so much pride in that degree.
Yeah.
But besides pride, it's also taught me and helped me a lot. Initially, I was the CFO of the company.
Mhm.
So obviously, all the mergers and acquisitions that we
Oh.
did, all the private equity investments,
Mhm.
it really helped me
Yeah.
get that finance acumen.
Mhm.
Then when I moved to managing the sales and marketing,
Yeah.
when you bring data analytics
Mhm.
and when you bring that numbers mindset
Yeah.
to marketing,
Mm.
you create magic in
Wow.
brand
Wow.
building. So
Mm.
it's helped me a lot there.
So-
Even as an investor,
Mm.
if you notice, I ask a lot about sales bataiye.
Yeah.
Valuation itna high kyun hai? It
Correct.
really helps you get to the depth
Yeah.
and to the crux of the business, you know, because you really have that appreciation for TAM and for EBITDA and for all those, you know, repeat customers. You're just constantly crunching
Exactly.
numbers and it comes
Exactly.
naturally to you.
True.
So I think in every role of mine,
Mhm.
that numbers mindset
Yeah.
that CA instills in you,
True.
that never goes away. So you don't have to
100%.
practice as a chartered accountant.
Absolutely.
It gives you a certain way of thinking. it gives you a certain personality,
True.
which helps you in every avatar of yours. Whether as CFO, whether as head of India sales, whether as a shark, or whether as a mother, I think I've used my degree in every aspect of my life,
Amazing.
and it is something that I'm very proud of.
Fantastic. I think two more things that I always believe that CA has taught me the most.
Yeah.
One is analytical skills,
That's very true.
right?
Very true.
And the second one is prioritizing.
yes.
Because, you know, I remember in CA final, we have like 8 subjects. And when we sit down to study one, we feel like, "Arey, lekin second mein bhi to achhe nahi hai."
Time management.
Exactly. So you have to have
Absolutely.
prioritization. You need to
Yeah.
get better at time management.
Yeah,
You have
very
to-
true.
So many things that CA teaches us.
And you
right?
learn planning also, na? Because
Exactly.
you can't leave for last minute all
True.
those laws and my God, those hundreds of tax clauses that you have to
Yeah.
have memorized.
Absolutely.
There is no way you can leave it for last minute.
True. True.
You have to prepare ahead of time. So even that planning mentality,
Absolutely.
attention to detail.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot
So
of
many
skill
things to learn.
sets that it puts in you as a person.
True, true, true. Namita, I must say that last, like, I don't know, maybe somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes were like super fast. We are like one take girls, no?
My
ऐसे-
God.
ऐसे कुछ-
But, you know, I must say something, Rachna.
Yeah.
From the very first time I met you,
Yeah.
I fell in love with you.
Oh,
You are such an inspiring person. And, you know, in my life, I see people who have a lot of intelligence,
Yeah.
but they lack the thing that matters most to me, which is humility. And, you know, just being authentic,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I see that in you. And you've been through so many setbacks, and what you have created, you're an original. A lot of people have come after you, but you know, वो अमिताभ का line, हम जहाँ खड़े होते हैं, line वहीं से शुरू होती है, that's Rachna Ranade. So I want to compliment you
Thank
for, you know, really thinking out of the box, creating this category of, you know, finance influencers, sticking with it, making this a force to reckon with.
Wow.
And more than anything, you know, when I see your videos, there's no gyan, boring gyan. You bring so much energy,
Wow.
you bring so much warmth, and you bring so much authenticity. So my only request to you is, people like you are as extinct as the dinosaurs. So please don't change.
I will never do that.
Stay humble,
Yes.
stay real,
Yeah.
and keep that crazy energy with the Bollywood tadka going.
Is what I'll say. But you know, many people ask me, how do you stay humble?
Yeah.
I said,
How do you?
It's very easy. Just stay in Pune.
Oh my God. And I love the way you say Pune.
Pune.
There are so many people who, when I say Pune, they're like, what's that? I'm like, only a person from Pune will know how to say
Exactly.
Pune.
So I recently, you know, many people
ते
comment.
फक्त आपल्याला जमणार
आपल्यालाच कळतं.
आणि आपणच मराठीत बोलू शकतो आणि सांगू
Exactly.
शकतो की अरे
It
पुणे
is Pune, not Pune.
हा.
Like हिंजेवाडी नाही, हिंजवडी. Ha.
There you go. And we have the Marathi connect too.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
speak pretty well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one of the you know, one of my channel viewers,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
met
yeah.
me on Ferguson College Road,
Ha.
and he said, you know what, I watch your channel, this, that. I said, great. Which channel do you watch? English or Marathi?
Ha, ha, ha.
He said, वैसे I see your English channel, but anyways you talk a lot in Marathi. I said, that's Pune, right?
You cannot take the Pune out of you.
True that.
And that's something we're very proud of. We're proud
Absolutely.
Punekars, and
Yes.
there's something very beautiful about this city.
True.
So
That's why it said, right? Pune तिथे काय होणे?
absolutely. That's the best closing statement.
Absolutely. I hope you enjoyed this one. Till then, take care. Share
Thank you.
and bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.